Basically, we call it a dog bone. What it does is it creates a mechanical connection between the drive shaft and the barrel. It's got like a spacer and 6 little bearings. Different about these is the pistons only come out in a certain way. The older style motors, you have to put them straight up. These ones you actually have to put them on the inside and twist them, especially if you don't know how to get them out. They're built with a design failing point, so they have like a piston ring, like on a car engine with a piston ring. So this should wear out before the whole part, because this is what does all your contact with your barrel. So you can replace these if the parts are available still. Usually you can tell by the smell if it's got like a quintalube or if it's got water glycol. It's a lot thinner and it smells like antifreeze. Different types of front ends. So if you wanted like a 2-bolt or a B mount or a C mount, they have a different couple of options on that. Nothing that's jumping out yet. It could have been a shaft seal leak. It could be an issue in the controls. It could be that the pump's on its way out and you blame the motor. You can see a line there where the seal sits, but I don't feel any groove cut into it. So the way the seals work is this is supposed to be a certain dimension. The seal seals on that dimension. After a while, with dirt and stuff, it'll actually cut it in like a lathe, and it'll create a valley so that oil can get out through it. The customer has just sent it in because maybe it's got 20,000, 50,000 hours on it. They're shut down, so they figure let's get it fixed while we're down and have it overhauled. So we lost another $100. I quote everything, new bearings, new seals, regardless of whether it's got 1 hour or 1,000 or 100,000 hours. It could be in perfect condition, but I don't know the hours on it. New bearings, new seals. At least it's going out fresh.
Yep.
You can see that the wear on the bearings. There's no straight lines or any chatter or anything like that, so it doesn't look like it was an alignment or any bearing problem. The control feels like it's moving fine. You can go through the control and look at it, but all we're really looking for is to see if anything's broken or jammed, because I've seen them look like new and they fail because too much clearance, and I've seen them come apart with a hammer because they're so stooded up with the varnish, and then they work fine. So you never know until it's tested. You can see it's got just a little bit of damage. It could have been on startup. That O-ring is chewed. That's O-ring, that probably sits on here. Seals on this. Who knows how long, oh my gosh. That O-ring that was shredded was up here, and this was stuck. I couldn't move it at first. Now I can actually start to move it, so it doesn't feel the best. Like a bonded washer or something. Seal up in there. That has deteriorated over time. This doesn't feel right. It's got like a chatter. It should be smooth. Springs aren't broken. An adjustable max volume or min volume, depending which way the control works. So it's got to come apart to get cleaned out, get all of that washed out. It's good to pull everything apart. You know, there could be a piece of something stuck in here, which was, you know, it's only traveling to here. It's supposed to travel to here. We don't know. Other than the blown seal and the control that's kind of sticking, this, depending on how old it is as a generation, it could be a reusable part. I know that they've made design changes and they've made improvements and all this other stuff. So it could be the newer style, doesn't have the piston seals here. I don't know these ones off the top of my head. So that's the only thing I found that's suspicious. Everything else looks pretty good. Minor wear. I'm going to recommend reseal, rebearing, controls upon testing. I'll see if this is available for a part number, or if we have to replace the whole thing with a newer style. If this is non-repairable and the new style is different from the old style, they may have to change the whole unit. I don't know. And that's it for that.